Hi everyone. All right, we'll try here. We'll try going live from the event and see if that makes it any easier. Welcome to the third part of our three-part video series. I'm just trying to find you ladies in here, so let's see where you're at. There we go. There we are. Okay. Thank you for being patient, as this never works. Facebook Live does not like me in any way, shape, or form. That's for sure. And I don't know why. Okay, let's see if this sustains itself here, ladies. All right, so today we are talking about, hi Dolores, we're talking about part 3 of our video series, where we're actually going to talk about how to structure your content, everything that you're putting out for your viewers, so that you are having maximum sales. If this is the first time you're tuning in, I'm Lori Joy, and I'm your host for this group and this 3-part video series that we have been exploring over the last 3 weeks. I have something very exciting to share with you at the end of this live today. It's going to require very quick action, so you'll want to be here so you can take advantage of the limited spaces that are offered. As part of ending 2021, ladies, I want to offer you a video series. I was thinking, what can I bring here? And I wanted to offer you a video series that helps you attract your ideal client and lead them to the sale. So 3 weeks ago on week 1, we talked about the simple secrets that will attract your ideal client and make your business profitable once and for all. Last week, we discussed how to choose the most profitable content to share with your audience. And I showed you how to create 5 pieces of reusable content in order to be consistent in your business. Show up on a regular basis so that your ideal client can find you and decide if this is what they need and if you are the person for them. And today we are going to discuss how to structure that content for maximum sales. Because if you aren't placing enough offers in front of your people in a strategic way, or even often enough, ladies, you're probably not making the revenue you want in your business. So today we're going to talk about your content, how to deliver that content to your audience so that it converts. Because this is the time to have the breakthrough in your business. Let it be this week. Let it be this week. Let's keep the energy high. Let's stay committed here. Let's stay to the end, because we are going to do just that. We are going to dive into teaching, which is my favorite subject, because for those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher and university professor by trade. So today I'm going to show you how to find, create, develop, and then deliver your core content with ease and confidence. Hello, Janice. Today I want to discuss a little bit about teaching. Because all of you, if you are putting your content out there in any way, shape, or form, especially if you're doing it live, which I encourage you to do, it's an art form, right? To be able to teach someone a concept they are unfamiliar with, teaching is an art form. It has many moving parts. It's all done with purpose. It's all done with a method. It's all done with an end goal in mind. And it's not as easy as it looks. When someone stands in front of you and delivers a message that moves you, and when you're able to stand in front of your ideal client and deliver a message that moves them, ladies, that's a skill. And when someone stands in front of you and breaks down a concept that you've never heard before so that you can understand it, that's a skill. And when someone takes you and gives you a win in your life, in your business, through your content, right? Good morning, Caitlin. That's a skill. So teaching your content on purpose with a strategy behind it is how we create leverage in your business, where many of you can scale from 1-to-1 to 1-to-many. And the reason we want to leverage and change our business model from 1-to-many is so that we can help more people. Because you can build your brand, you can become well known and respected in your niche and bust through that income ceiling. But in order for you to leverage that, ladies, you have to have a successful business. Your content has to convert. It has to land in people's ears. It has to make sense to a newbie, someone who doesn't know as much about you and your product and your program as you do. It has to keep them connected to the content without overwhelming them. Overwhelmed or confused people don't buy. And as you build the funnels, send the emails, have the videos, post on all the social media platforms that you want, do all the boot camps even, which we love. If you do all the things, but you cannot deliver or teach your content in a way that's appealing to your learner, which is your audience, all of those things don't matter. All of those things don't matter. So if you have a piece of paper near you, a pen or pencil handy, I'm going to walk you through the 4 things that your topic or your content needs to have. Okay, and Caitlin's here in the comments, and so she can type those in as we're going. So the first thing that your content needs to have so that it leads to a sale is it has to speak to the place where your people ultimately want to go. Okay, it has to speak to the place where they ultimately want to go. That's number 1. So let's talk about this. What does that mean? What does that look like for me in my business? I want you to think about what is the end result of what your audience is wanting in their life, in their business, in their health, or in their relationships, whatever it is that you're coaching on. What is it ultimately that they want? That's the hook that you're using in order to attract your ideal client. You're telling them that you have the solution for their pain point. So I know in my business that 5-day boot camps can generate 5-figure launches on repeat because of the framework and the strategy that we teach and offer behind that. Because the entire point of your free boot camp, which is what we teach here, is to get people ultimately either to buy your products or buy into your program. You give them massive value for 5 days. You coach them for free for 5 days. And then you feel good about saying, here's your next steps. And yes, we want people to buy into our mission and our values, but ultimately we want our people to get the results that they ultimately want. And your ideal client, ladies, is buyers. And they want to know, do you have the framework? Do you have the steps that get them the result that they want? Your buyers want to know that. And when you think about this, when it comes to your content, right, that wheel that we spoke of last week, we broke it down into 5 kind of pillars that you could talk about and relate back to your solution. If you missed that training, it's beautiful. You want to go back into the guide section and watch that. So when it comes to your content in that wheel of pillars, those content pillars that you're talking about, when you're leading with your solution and who you are offering it to, because you give massive value with your content, they work beautifully together. So you ladies also want to begin to be clear on what it is that you're offering, whether it be in your program and or your products. Ultimately, what is that end solution? So after they finish your program, what happens? What's the result? After they take your products for a certain amount of time, what is the result that they get? So you want people to know that your offer equals your program or your network marketing products. It's the missing piece and the reason why they haven't been able to get the results that they've wanted to, right? They haven't been able to get the results, and the missing piece is your program or your products. So what happens is your content topic, right, or your content is going to determine the quality of your lead, who you're attracting into your business, because ultimately you're going to be able to fix their problem. So if that's resonating with you, ladies, if you're hearing me, if you're like, yes, talking about my solution in a way that attracts in my ideal clients, you have to be speaking to where they want to go. Yes, you attract them in where they are now, and that could be several ways that you can do that into your business. We teach boot camps, right? But ultimately, where do you want your people, where do they want to go? You need to be speaking to that problem. Because let's keep in mind that our ideal client does not want more free information. The person who is all of our ideal client is the buyer. And they want to determine if you ultimately, or I, have the solution for them. Do you have the framework, the roadmap, the method to get them where they ultimately want to be, right? And then, ladies, think about this. How are you different? How are you different from everyone else selling the point B of your program or your products, right? That ultimate solution. So if you're in a network marketing company, how are you going to differentiate yourself? That training from last week and those pillars is exactly how you do it. Exactly how you do it. Same thing with my women who are building programs or courses online. You showing up every week and delivering, and just start every week delivering massive value, say live in a training like this, and you do that for an entire year, you will beat any and all algorithms that are out there, and you will start to raise up as the person in your niche because you're consistent. People will start to realize you are the go-to person because you keep showing up for them. Because let's think about this. Our buyers, our ideal client, they've been around. This isn't their first go round. They have struggled either with their weight loss or their chronic pain or launching to crickets in their business, and they want the solution that you have. So that's why I say for your content that you're giving away every week, don't be afraid to give away your juiciest stuff. Right? Last week, I showed you that wheel of content. I teach that inside my academy. Now, the difference is inside my academy, my women say, Lori, what do you think about these 5 pillars? And we flush that out. I'm unable to do that in this free forum. So I still am teaching you something that I'm teaching my women. The only difference is the feedback that they get from me. So, okay, number 2, we're going on to number 2. That was number 1. It was loaded, but that's number 1. And as someone who has broken down concepts for children and university students, it's a skill set that is needed and necessary. And so when I break this down for you, I really want you to think about when you're going out there. Last week I showed you how to be consistent. Now I'm going to show you how to break down this content so you're not overwhelming, you're not, on a live for 3 hours, and you're getting to the point and giving your people what they want. So the second thing that your topic needs, your content needs, right? The topic that you're talking about, it needs to be results focused. Okay, so anybody who wants to write that in the live chat, number 2 is your content needs to be results focused. So you're giving them a piece of your program for free, right? You're giving them some insight into what you're teaching for free. So you want to make sure that it's focused on the result that you're ultimately giving, and you're getting your people into action. There's no better feeling in the world than taking action, whether it be towards your weight loss, towards your chronic pain, towards launching in your business, whatever it will be, right? So your content and even your program should be results focused. People want to know what's in it for me. Sell them on the result that they are going to get. Thanks, Dolores. Network marketing, ladies, this is a little bit easier for you because you have a tangible product that people can use or can consume in order to get closer every day to their ultimate goal. You want to follow up with your people and focus on it being action-based, them actually taking the product. So think about the support you're going to offer your people after they join your marketing company, your network marketing company, and start taking your products. They say the money's in the follow-up, and it's true. So instead, ladies, of always talking about, right, the product, right, we want to be talking about, or here are some things that we can change in our content. We want to stop talking about ourselves. When we're putting content out there, remember, you're speaking to your audience. So you're speaking to your audience, you're speaking to their pain points, not how much you love the products or how much you love the program, all about them, right? And I have to catch myself doing this all the time. So, kumbaya, I have to stop and think, okay, am I leading with, I love the program, I love what we do, but am I leading with the client? Right? Am I leading with the audience? Another thing that we have to stop doing in our marketing is always talking about the products, right? If we're a network marketer, we want to be talking about the solutions, right? We're talking about the tangibles. Sometimes we're talking about, okay, this is my program and I have, 3 calls per week with me and 4 trainings with the team and 75 hours worth of videos in the back end. And it's too much. Remember, just talking about the result. Always be talking about the solution you offer or the end result. Okay, number 3, the third thing that you want your content to be, right? The third thing about your content is that it's a standalone thing. Okay, I want you to feel good about the fact that you're offering massive value through your content. The teachings that you're providing, the ahas you're providing, the new ideas and the business you're providing, and then know at the end of, consuming your content, someone can go back and say with confidence, or you can go back and say with confidence, I provided you with this, and this, and stand behind that big promise. So at the end of this 3-part video series that we've done over the last 3 Mondays, I can say to you, you will have strategies that you can take away and implement immediately into your business to clarify your message, attract your ideal client, and then seamlessly lead them to the sale. And when you stay with me until the end of today's live, I'm going to deliver on that promise and more. And more. So you want your content to move the needle for your people. No matter when they find you and your content, you want to wow them. So a funny little story, ladies. I used to work for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines back in the day. Back in my days when, you could just pick up your life and go anywhere. And they used to have a saying on board, and it was always for us as employees, it was to deliver the wow. So when you went above and beyond and you did something nice for someone who was cruising, you got recognized as someone who was delivering the wow. And that's what I want for you to do. Now, I also, and I could go off on a whole tangent, and this could be a whole training, but I just want to say here, you don't have to be everywhere doing everything all the time. I am in this group once a week, every Monday at noon Eastern, giving you live training. Every Monday, no matter where I am in the world, I am here with you noon Eastern giving you live training. And that's enough, right? Some of us may just be able to give once a week and then bring your people to the content that you're giving that's of great value to them. You want your people to feel like the time they've spent with you is well worth it. You want people to start putting you on their calendar. And that's why I encourage you to show up and go live, give your best stuff, and do that every week at a set day at a set time. So then people can start to say, oh, it's noon Eastern on Monday, right? I have Lori on my calendar. I'm going to tune in or I'm going to watch the replay. And whether you're giving your people, ladies, a mindset shift or an aha moment or a light bulb moment, or a mini breakthrough, or even just a realization, whatever that may be, when your people take this and then they go out and implement it, they should feel they're getting a return on their investment of their time, which is their most precious commodity. Most precious commodity. The last thing before I give you something that I've never done before, so stay tuned. The fourth thing that your topic or your content is going to be is that you're not creating it new and from scratch. I don't want you to think that because every time I show up live here at noon Eastern that I'm recreating the wheel. That's not it. In fact, if you watched last week's training where I talked to you about your 5 pillars and how you should always be talking about your solution and relating those back to that very strategically, you're not recreating the wheel. Your content and its creation is going to be so simple. You're going to be like, why didn't I think of this before? And I'll tell you, ladies, when I first started and showing up online, a lot of the times I didn't show up online because I didn't know what to say, or I didn't know what to offer, and I didn't know the value behind it. And I alleviated that entire problem for you on last week's training. So you want to make sure that you've caught that and you're using it, because you are going to take the content, right, training from last week, set up your 5 pillars of content, relate it back to your solution, and then you repeat and rotate through them. We are all about repeatable, sustainable launches, repeatable, sustainable content, repeatable and sustainable strategy here. We are not reinventing the wheel. We are doing things that keep us top of mind, front and center, consistent, and value based with a lot of human connection. That's what we do here. And I want you to make it appealing so that you start to draw in the right audience. And when you go back to the previous points about what your content should have, if you're leading with the solution, right? If I'm saying I help online course creators and network marketers have 5-figure launches using 5-day boot camps, you can be like, I'm a network marketer. I would like 5-figure launches. I can learn how to do a 5-day boot camp strategically. Or you can say, yes, I have an amazing course. Not enough people are seeing it, and I would love to have a 5-figure launch. And so people are doing this, right? So people can say, hi, that's me. This is what I want. And I come to you and I learn from you, right? And then they go and implement it. You want to highlight their pain point, which is not making 5-figure launches, and then how you can alleviate that. Think about that, ladies. What's a pain point that your ideal customer has? What is it? And then can you put out a live on how you can alleviate it? And you absolutely can. You can go live on any which platform you prefer this very week, and you can say, I know you're struggling with this. Let me show you how I can help you alleviate it. You're the expert. You're gonna get well known in your niche. You're showing up. You're providing massive value. And if you're doing it at the same time every day of every week, it's even better. It's even more powerful, okay? All the while, remember, you're speaking to their ultimate goal. For us here at Launch It Live Simplified, it's 5-figure launches on repeat. So you're going to take your solution, whatever that is, you're going to chunk it up into 4 or 5 bits of repeatable content and start people with an easy win. Don't overwhelm your people. That's a whole thing that we get into, right? About not overwhelming your people. We really want to make it simple. And it's funny because we want to give so much to our people because you have so much beautiful content inside of you, ladies, that, right? You always want to sit here and you want to give. You just want to give a little snippet and a little snippet and a little snippet because that's all people can take in at one time. So remember, you're not reinventing the wheel, but what you're doing is allowing your people to have a big win and a big takeaway and start to see where you can take them with your weekly content or trainings. So by the end of the week, they will have achieved this. Or by the end of the day, they can go away with my training and achieve this. Or by the end of reading this Facebook post, you can achieve this. So whatever it is, think about what it is you want to provide for them and work your way backwards. You want to take your point B and break it down into further, smaller solutions. What do you provide for your people? Talk about those rather than, I have 26 modules in my course, 16 calls a week, 10 team trainings, right? We just want to keep it simple. We just want to keep it simple. And when you show up on a weekly basis, just think about that. I'm not saying daily basis, but weekly, once a week, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. If you were to show up with a solution that brings in your people, brings them a mini win every week, and then you give value, give, and then maybe you ask, you provide an offer for them. If you did that for an entire year, where do you think your business would be a year from now? And this is so timely because we're nearing the end. It's November 1st today. We are nearing the end of 2021. So each week, then you make offers maybe every 3rd week or every 4th week. For an entire year, your business will be unrecognizable. Okay? All right. Yes, it is true. All right, ladies. I am sharing all of this with you, all of this content, just in this, especially in this last 3-part video series, because I have an idea brewing in my head and I cannot let it go. And if you've hung out with me for any amount of time, you know that it's hard for me to keep a secret and I want to tell you ladies everything. So here's some imperfect action that I'm taking today. It's got me so excited, but it's really raw right now, so I want you to be gentle, okay? However, did I mention that it has me super excited and how I want to tell you how I'd love to involve you in it, okay? Now, here's the backstory. This year, I have been coaching and watching some incredible ladies launch their programs using our 5-day bootcamp strategy. And I have been seeing exactly what has been working and exactly where some of them have had some struggles. And for several months, I have been thinking about a way to help more female entrepreneurs launch their programs with ease and the exact steps to do so. That's you watching the live or hashtag replay, getting in front of your ideal customers so that you're getting some super quick wins and cash coming into your business, okay? So for several months, I have been getting private messages from you ladies who reach out and you have questions like, is there a way to help me stop struggling in my business and start making money right away? Is there a quick way to get in front of my ideal customers? Is there a way to go deeper with this content? Okay, those are just some of the questions I'm getting. So I know, ladies, exactly what works and where you need to start. And so, prior to this, I have been helping women launch to the tune of 5 figures, but never really considered a digital course or a space for community to grow together on this particular topic. Now, of course, it's something I knew that was needed. I had just never given it some thought until we kind of slowed down at the end of this year, took a really big snapshot of everything that our women have been doing, and then kind of put this together for you. So the more I got to thinking, the more my wheels began turning. So I started to see a place where we could get clear around your programs and your messaging and your attraction marketing methods. And like I said, it's really still raw, but I want you to see the potential. So I can't stop thinking about where a coach's and consultant's simple way to launch their email list and their community dedicated to calling out your ideal clients and selling your programs before you step into our incredible launch plan. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to repeat that. A coach's or consultant's simple way to launch your email list and community dedicated to calling out your ideal clients and selling your programs before you step into our incredible launch plan. And I want you to see the potential for 1, 3, 5 years from now in your business when you're thinking of this. That's what gets me excited. It's the progress we would all make by working together on such a tight focus. But here's what I'm very clear on. I cannot do this alone. And I don't have all the answers figured out. Currently, this is a very rough idea around the edges, but I want to tell you that the vision is there. And that's why I'm going to extend, and I've never done anything like this before, and I'm so excited. I'm going to extend an early invitation to you. So I want you to be part of this, especially if you're willing to help me shape this idea, if you're willing to help me shape what I'm building here. So that means, this is what this means. It means if you come in as a founding member and you're willing to help me and contribute ideas on how we can make this the best online program to support newbie coaches and consultants in getting their program online, profitable, pretty, I'm willing to extend a favorable founding member price. When this offer is extended to the general public, which will be next year, the starting price for this will, I anticipate it to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $997, which will be a no-brainer, given that we'll be helping people get their programs online and serving more people while making money with ease. But here's the best part though. If you join me today as a founding member, your price will be $350 Canadian for 6 weeks of live coaching with me. I haven't made this offer in about a decade. But because I'm looking for you to give feedback and help, this is why I'm extending this incredible offer and incredible price. So even when we do roll this out to the general public at the higher price next year, you will have locked in your founding member price. Okay? So you get this at the $350 mark. As I said, the details for this, all of this aren't quite figured out yet. Nothing has officially kind of been created, and I expect some of the best ideas will come from you and others who are joining me as a founding member. Now, this is going to officially launch today. It launches today, and we're going to get started on Friday, November the 5th. You're going to have the 6 weeks and everything all done before Christmas so that you can launch in the new year. And I want to tell you, full disclosure, I sent this to anyone and anybody on my email list last night, and 4 spots of this 10 are already spoken for. So now, between now and then, between today and Friday, this is going to be happening really fast and furious, ladies, based on the ideas flowing, back and forth between the founding members. But with that, what I'm clear about is how, and we're going to call it pretty and profitable, right? How this community will serve all of us and make progress towards launching your first program with ease. That's what excites me and has me waking up early with my mind racing with a million miles a minute. So years from now, we're going to look back on this and say, do you remember when I threw this out to you and it was only $350? Right? And guess what? That can all begin here today. That can all begin here today. So here is who I am looking for. I am looking for program creators, women who want to create an online course or an online program and launch it in the new year. And whether that you've had something in your head and nothing is made, that's great. You're perfect for this. If you've had an idea and you've put it out there with little success, that's perfect. You're great. If you want to really flesh this out and put it all together step by step and pre-sell it before you launch it in January, you're perfect for it. So program creators or online course creators, and maybe you've been thinking, I have a skill set and I can really do this and I would love to be part of it. So here's how simple this is. You can join me today. Caitlin's going to put the link in here in a minute, and you can become a founding member. You can go to the sales page and you can sign up and get one of those remaining 6 spots, or you can send me a DM, a direct message on Facebook, and ask me and tell me that you're in, or you'd love to have a little bit more information about it. But if you go to the sales page, if you go to the outline, it'll tell you. Now, there are 2 ways that you can work on this. So you can drop the link, Caitlin, if you're there. 2 ways that you can work with this. You can have the base offer, the $350 offer, where you'll be put into a Facebook group. We're going to start right away. We're going to officially start on Friday. We're going to get you going with everything. When this becomes $997 in the new year, you will have lifetime access to it. You will always have access to it, no matter what I add or implement or add to it and how I make it better. You will always have access to it, and you'll always have it at this price. You'll never have to pay for updates, and you'll never lose access to it. So this is one of the benefits of becoming a founding member, is what you see is just the beginning, but you're going to help me shape it. That's why I give you such a great deal on the price. And then what happens is you have access to this and all of the updates for as long as your days or my days are here. Okay. So what's going to happen is I will link it, and you can have the base price of working and doing it with me, or there's a VIP option. Now the VIP option, all it does is for the 6 weeks, the first month that you're with me, it gives you access for free to my CRM system. So my customer relation management system. And you get access to that, where we load your lead magnets and we load your everything that you need in order to pre-sell your program or your online course. Okay. So when you walk away at the end of the 6 weeks, you will have access to how to flush out a course or an online program, get it out of your head and get it out into the world. You will get access to how to create an amazing lead magnet for that program or course. We're going to put it into a CRM system. You can have access to mine for free with the VIP option, or if you have one of your own, you can use that. And then we're going to pre-sell. I'm going to show you exactly how to pre-sell this before you build it. We don't build everything and then go and sell it. That's not how we do things here. And then on top of that, you'll give me feedback and we'll work together to really streamline this. So when I offer it in the new year at the triple the price that you will have paid, then you will be a founding member. You'll always have access to it, and that's what we're going to do. So, like I said, I have 4 women to get back to from my emails today that have already claimed those first 4 spots. So we have 6 remaining. So any of you ladies that are in Launch It Live Academy, you have access to this immediately or as well. This isn't something that you have to pay for. So yeah, Janice, yeah, for the first month, you'll get, if you're a VIP option, you'll get everything loaded into there, and that's part of your VIP option, and that's for free. But we'll talk about that because Janice, you're in Launch It Live Academy. So, but this is for women who want to create a course, a digital online course, or an online program, and launch it and be ready to launch it for the new year. So we're gonna work our little buns for 6 weeks together. You'll have live coaching from me and live Q&A. You'll have support to the CRM system. So I want you to take a look at the link. Caitlin is dropping it in the comments. If you're a Lila member, I'll be in there and I'll talk to you how this affects you as well. But this is just for from now until Friday. I'm closing the door. I'm starting with 10 very dedicated ladies on Friday, and we're moving forward for the next 6 weeks. All right. So love to you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for really taking part in this 3-part live video series. I hope that you've walked away and have all of the strategies that I've taught underneath your belt to go forward with your content and make it more strategic, make it more palpable, make it more intriguing, make it more solution-based for your ideal client, which are the buyers. They are out there looking for a solution, and they want it quicker, and they want to make sure that you have the framework to get there. I'm excited to see who I'm going to be welcoming very soon to Pretty and Profitable, which starts on November 5th. The doors are open, and we have 6 spots remaining out of the 10, and so I can't wait to see who jumps in. I will see you all soon. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you next Monday at noon Eastern.